My name is Alexandria Thomas, and this is my Interaction 2 video for the Global Learning Project. During my second interaction with my friend Liu, we went to go to the movies. I decided to go to the movies because it's a very popular thing to do with friends in America, and I just wanted to experience that with her and see how that went. We decided to go, and she didn't have any problem with going, and so we ended up going to the movies to see a movie called Arrival, which is basically a movie about alien invasion and how different nations interacted with one another to come up with a way to deal with this invasion. Thought it was very interesting to watch the movie with her, see her perspective. Before the movie, I didn't have any feelings about feeling uncomfortable or anything. I thought it was just a cool activity to do for us to just hang out and just enjoy each other's company. During the interaction at the video, nothing really happened. We just sat there and watched the movie in the theater, and she fell asleep at some point because it was kind of late in the day, but nothing really happened. I didn't really have to adjust my behavior, my feelings, my thinking at all, because at this point we had become pretty familiar with one another and we didn't have any stresses about acting a certain way around each other. So I didn't have to really adjust anything. I liked our conversation this time, especially because we talked about things that we normally wouldn't talk about. For example, I asked her about her views on aliens and what she thought about that, and it was very interesting hearing her thoughts about that. Just coming from a different culture, it was very interesting learning some of the things that I've learned about her. She felt that she did believe in aliens, but she thought it was mostly because the media had put it out there so much that we're almost forced to believe in aliens. Also, we talked about the differences in what is popular in the media in America versus China. She said that in America, we put a lot of emphasis on sci-fi when it comes to movies and whatnot, and we do. And she said over in China, they put more of an emphasis on their ancient history rather than science and sci-fi and the future and whatnot. So I thought that was pretty cool to know that they put a heavy emphasis on ancient history in their movies. We ended up talking about politics after the movie as well, and that was interesting as well because we talked about politics a little bit during our first interaction, but we talked about it a little more now that Donald Trump has become president, and we are just gaining more of a comfortability around one another, talking about certain things. And she just was wondering why so many Americans were so afraid of Donald Trump. She was wondering why people wanted to leave. She understood that he was a bad person, but she didn't understand why people were deathly afraid of him running the country. And as she did point out the fact that the president isn't the only one making the decisions, which is very important, which is true. But with money comes power, so I tried to explain a little bit of that to her, and it was just so interesting for her to give me her thoughts about the government, give me her thoughts about war, and this interaction was really fulfilling to me because I've never been able to have such a deep conversation with someone outside of my culture, giving their insight on my culture. So usually I'm talking to people I know, to people that are born in America, giving their views about America, but during this interaction, I was able to get the perspective of someone who is from China and her outlook on what's going on here in America. So during this interaction, we had a great time. We saw a great movie. We discussed the movie. And I hope that next time we plan to actually next time during the extra credit interaction, she's going to invite me to her house and she's going to make dumplings and whatnot. So I'm pretty excited about how that's going to go. So yeah, we had a great time, and I will see you in the next video.